This is the ancient city, home to some pretty OP loot, some very scary structures, and Minecraft's most deadly creature, the Warden, at being so strong that it can kill full Netherite players in just a couple of hits. Not only do I plan to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, I'm going to find this city, take its loot, and attempt to kill its most deadly mob. Can I do it? Well, you just have to watch and find out. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and let's begin! There's always something really special about starting a new hardcore world, especially when you spawn next to some melons! I grabbed the melons, of course. I cut down some trees, and after killing a couple of animals, some sheep, some chickens, and some cows, I found a nice little place to call home. I then caused a little bit of deforestation until the nighttime, and the first day was complete. I searched for a surface cave on day 2 just to get some basic iron. Failed really badly. I only found a couple of pockets of coal, but at least I was able to make a shield. I got a couple of iron nuggies from a broken nether portal. It wasn't a lot, but it was going to be enough for me to make a shield, which is always good. And after searching a bit more on day 3, I did find a surface cave. It went all the way down to a mine shaft, which was not a bad starter cave. I didn't go directly down there though. I only grabbed some iron from the inner walls before heading back, and then I made a really stupid decision. I know I have all these meats, and meats are good for food, but I'm a melon guy. I like me some melons, and so I made the decision that this 100 days, I'm only going to eat melons. This is gonna be a mistake. You'll see why. Mistake or not, I am committed, so I threw out any of the extra fruit that I had. It was only going to be melons for me from this point, and so I started working on a bit of a frame to the house. In recent times, I've been learning how to build a little bit. Well, learning in quotation marks, but I wanted to actually try and make a nice basic house to, live in for this first 100 days. It is pretty basic, but compared to the standard box, I kind of like it. The walls were completed, so on day 5, I started working on the roof. I did have to get a little bit more wood, only cost me my kneecaps, RIP. And what I'm learning is that making good builds takes time, but on day 6, it was finished. I sent a picture to this build to my fiance, and she said it's something. So, personally, I think it's the greatest thing I've ever built. And now I just have to wait for these melons to grow. I did have this juicy looking apple, but no, sticking to my melons. I couldn't really go too far until the melons grew, and so I decided to set up a nice little pen just to stick some animals in. I'm not going to use it for food, but if I can get some feathers or leather or wool or that kind of stuff, I can still use that kind of thing. I was only able to get a couple of chickens in this pen by the time that my hunger bar dropped to a single hunch, which means there's physically nothing I can do until these melons grow. And now we play the waiting game. And on day 8, my first melon! It was only enough for me to not starve, but it's a start. I did grab a couple of seeds, and so I bred the chickens, and then I began a little bit of a dig down in the nearby area. The plan was not to enter a cave, but if I could find a cave when I do have all those melons, then at least I can, go straight into a cave. And I did find one quite quickly, a very wet one, may I add, and I was able to grab a little bit of iron before leaving. And for the first time in about 5 days, I now have enough food to regen my health. What a time to be alive. Me and all those melons. On day 9, I went back into the caves. More iron mining, really. But the real adventure began when I found a non-water cave. It was really fun dealing with these skeletons, and oh boy, there was a few. However, the hunt for diamonds was now on. For the time being, I'll have to settle with, I would say, a little bit of iron, but that's a lot of iron. And when the night came, I decided it was time to escape the cave, but I actually escaped it through a water ravine. Went straight up to the surface, right next to my house. Only I knew that was there. Also, for some weird reason, that mine shaft I found? I never went back to it. I don't know why. I always love to see a good pair of melons in the morning. Wait, what was I saying? I bone mealed some wheat and brought some cows and sheep back into the pen. And then, had a little bit of a stare off with some pillagers. Alright then. Well, I guess I'll take the first shot, and this was a mistake! Little did they know that this was all part of my master plan to lure them closer to the house, make full iron armor, and slaughter them all. Their captain was even hiding in the caves. What a coward. Speaking of caves, back I go. I went back to diamond hunting on day 11. I found myself a giant deep slate cave where, apart from a lot of mobs, no diamonds. Not a single one. And unfortunately, on day 12, I have very little to report as well. Though, I will show you this little lava river. was absolutely massive. And considering it was only coming from a single lava block, that's a lot of lava. However, I finally earned something from the fruits of my labor. On day 13, I found diamonds. 5 diamonds, which was exactly enough for an enchant table. And the 5 diamonds was even next to a lava pool. So I was able to grab all the obsidian needed for an enchant table, and I even grabbed some extra for a nether portal. I did search a tiny bit more to finish off the day, but sadly, no more diamonds. I returned home on day 14, just in time because I was meloned out. That's a new phrase I'm going to start using. Just have to deal with every single mob apparently trying to ruin the party. I just want some melon, guys. Come on. And on day 15, we got enchant, boys. We got enchants. With fully enchanted armor, I decided it was time for me to head into the nether. Now, I could just make a standard nether portal, or I can try and make it look fancy. That looks terrible, but we don't have time for terrible looking portals. Let's get into the nether. It's time for us to find a fortress. Found one only a day later as well. I was very quickly able to get some warts, and finding a blaze spawner, I decided to get 8 blaze rods. Even got returned to sender, so very successful nether trip. Anyway, it's time to head home. It's a good thing I did head home when I did as well, because yet again I actually ran out of melons. On day 19, I actually decided to get a horse. I found a saddle in the nether fortress, and is this horse dancing? I think this horse is dancing. I knew that because of the shortage of melons I had, it was time for me to expand the melon farm a little bit. I decided I wanted to go get some glowstone, so I headed back into nether where, well, this happened.
I'll take a look at this map, though.
What the heck? What?
What?
You know that event where, like...
Oh, like the skeleton horses?
Yeah, that happened in the nether.
I have never seen that.
I decided to get all 4 skeleton horses back into the pen. I mean, one did try and escape and ran back into the nether, but he was mine. Into the pen you go with the rest of your kind. And then I grabbed the remainder of the redstone, made my house look a little bit more pretty, and yeah, let's move on. If I'm gonna kill a warden, I know that I'm gonna need some potions. And so I was planning to set up some potions on day 21 when I realized that somehow I didn't have any coal. And so I went to go get some. Didn't take me that long. I was back by the same day, cooking the rest of the iron and even cooking some glass. Also, always remember to close your door at night, lads. Who knows what'll sneak for your door in the middle of the night? Whew, I don't want to think about it. Look at all those melons. Sorry. And with the brewing stand made, I decided to do one little extra thing. Nether water is going to be important, and I had so little of it. Just to be safe, I went back into the nether. I grabbed some soul sand and returned home with the plan to set up a little nether wart patch. On day 23, the wart was down, the pots were brewed, and we are schmoving. Now it's just time to make a couple of arrows and back into the caves I go, because yet again, we are looking for some diamonds. I found a different deep slate cave on day 24. I found 5 veins of diamonds and got 6 diamonds. It's just one of those days, apparently. Though on day 25, I did get 8 more diamonds. I even got a couple of amethyst crystals. I finally felt like I was making progress in this world. It only took 25 days. I was heading back home on day 26 where I saw 2 endermen. I could take 2 endermen. I can't take 2 endermen. I can't take 2 endermen. Hey, I got 2 pills. But I did make it home. It was time for me to set up a level 30 enchanter. After getting some more melons, of course. I wonder how many times I've said that so far. I haven't been breeding the animals in the pen, and so on day 27, I headed into the world looking for some more leather and some sugarcane. I found a village that had literally nothing in it. Why was this village even here? I also found a pillager outpost like nearby, and again, I don't know why I searched these things anymore. There is nothing good in pillager outposts. I don't even know why they've been added to the game. I returned home on day 28 where I was hoping I had enough sugarcane and leather to, you know, have enough for my level 30 enchant. I only had enough sugarcane to get 7 bookshelves at this point, so I need to head back out and search for more sugarcane. And on day 29, I was able to make 12 bookshelves. I did have some sugarcane set up nearby, so I decided to just wait that out a little bit. And to pass the time, I made a couple of paths into the nearby, you know, from my house to the portal and to the enchant setup. And it looks cute. It looks good, right? Please tell me it looks good. It was on day 30 where I got myself enough bookshelves to make a level 30 enchant. I did a level 30 on my diamond pickaxe, and I got efficiency 3 and fortune 2, which, okay, it's not great, but it's not the worst. Time for me to head into the nether because I'm going to get a bunch of levels to enchant all of my gear. Day 31, I got 45 levels in total in the Nether, so I think we're Gucci. And on day 32, when I redid some enchants, I got a efficiency 4, unbreaking 3 on a diamond pickaxe. I got sharpness 4 and knockback 2 on a sword. I got some protection on the boots. I got some protection on the helmet. Don't forget the power 4 and punch bow. I did also enchant another bow, hoping to get infinity, but unfortunately, I only got flame. I mean, it's still a really, really good bow. And of course, I made the most important thing. The spyglass. I mean, I don't have Optifine. What do you want me to do? And returning to the Nether on day 33, it was time for me to go get some ender pearls. I very quickly found a warp forest and started killing some endermen. Little bit of an update for you on day 35. I only had one more ender pearl to go where I slightly fell into this pit and could have easily died if I panicked, but luckily your boy is calm under pressure and dealt with the situation, let's say. Got my last ender pearl. Was pretty easy. And by the time I got back on day 36, I made the Eyes of Ender, and I was ready to go. Almost. The few chickens that I had in the pen, I decided to breed and then slaughter, and I only had 41 arrows. Now, I was planning at this point to go and fight and kill the Ender Dragon, but is 41 arrows going to be enough? Well, I mean, I was going to risk it. It's time for me to head to the stronghold. I decided to jump on my horse and I charged to the stronghold. I also thought I was being pretty smart. I killed a couple of chickens along the way, except this one. This one managed to dub me not just once, but like twice. This chicken big-brained me. Never thought I'd be big-brained by an AI in Minecraft, but here we are. Day 38, I found the stronghold. I very quickly found the end portal, and I just had enough eyes to light the portal. I lost a couple as we was going into the portal, so only having 9 eyes spare, I was able to light the portal. But I'm smart enough not to just charge into the end. I decided to have a quick look around the stronghold. I found both the libraries where, honestly, they had enchanted books, but the enchanted books weren't that great, except this mending. I'll use that for something, hopefully. And on day 39, I headed into the end. Now, we'll pause at this moment because it was about this moment that I realized that all those chickens that I killed, I never made the arrows for. A classic Haven and oopsie daisy, if I was to say so myself. And it was about this moment here where I realized not having Optifine was going to make things pretty difficult because I just can't see. I was able to easily destroy all of the crystals. However, I did run out of arrows while I was trying to finish off the dragon. And then he flew around for what felt like an eternity. This was long, but of course I was able to kill the Ender Dragon, and my reward was all those juicy sweet levels. Never gonna complain about that. And the only reason I came to kill the Ender Dragon was for those levels. Now I can make some really, really overpowered strong enchanted gear. Let's start with getting infinity on a bow. Ugh, really? 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 Oh, finally, Jesus. Well, there goes all of my levels. I went to kill an Ender Dragon to get infinity. I swear I have better intentions. And on that note, it's time to go get more levels, and also should probably get full diamond at this point. Heading into the caves on 40. Honestly, on 41. Not a single diamond found. Like, what is my luck this time round? On day 42, I found a mine shaft, and I also found a block of raw iron, which I actually didn't know that this was something you could naturally find. I don't know if that means it was really rare or I'm just really unlucky, but I just didn't know this was a thing. But hey, block of raw iron. And there it was on day 43. I finally found 2 diamonds. And though I did fortune them and get them to 4, so, you know, not only 11 to go, not too bad. Found 2 more diamonds as well, so, you know, two diamonds. I got two diamonds, even though I had fortune. You know, I don't care. Fortune sucks. Fortune's just not that good. And then on day 44, I found a giant vein of diamonds. And okay, I can't really complain because I now have 32 diamonds from the fortune. So you know what, fortune, I'll let you off. You know, I apologize. Like I lost it there for a second, so please do forgive me. Also, do you want to see Havenon get jump scared? This is Havenon getting jump scared. I decided to grab a little more levels, and it was time for me to get the heckaroonie out of there. I've never been more happy to get home. Anyway, one terrible enchant later, and of course I was too low on levels. Back to the Nether I go to get even more levels. It only took me to the end of the day to get 33 levels. I also got a ghast tier. I never use this ghast tier. Day 46, I enchanted my chestplate where I got protection 4, and I also got protection 3 on my diamond leggings. Now, I had everything ready to fight and find the ancient city. However, to find the ancient city, it requires a sacrifice. Alright, here's what you have to do. So number 1, you have to make this very cursed structure, and then you have to get a diamond block and sacrifice the diamond block. Then you have to make Minecraft's most tasty items, the melon, and sacrifice a stack of the melons. And one last sacrifice, and of course your game will crash, just a heads up. But when you get back onto the server, the fire will be gone, and the coordinates of the city will be revealed. I'm going to head towards the ancient city. I began my journey the next day, on day 47 towards the journey. I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew that I was going to be ready nevertheless, as long as I be careful. And then I got there on day 48. Well, at least to the coordinates of where the ancient city was. Now, here's a little heads up. When I play my 100 days, I sometimes like to be in Discord with a couple of friends. And I think there's no way to show exactly the full experience of the ancient city without playing the live audio of me and my friends experiencing the ancient city for the first time together. So, please enjoy my live reaction to Havenland and the ancient city.
What?
Oh my god. I should not have placed that.
Ooh.
Oh, that is disgusting. Ew! No!
Lovely, that is cool.
The problem, like, it gives you an effect called darkness. I can't see where I'm going. And this thing will one-shot me, and I've started running, and I've panicked now. I'm leaving. I can't see
Just
it.
shoot it.
It
Just shoot it.
running at you.
Just shoot it, dude.
Dude.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Run!
Run! Run! Oh, it's
That
so
is-
fun!
Oh my god! Oh no!
Ew!
Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Oh. Let's count it.
Way too many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Power 4 Flame 1. I hope not.
I don't.
Wait.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
No, I think
No.
Oh!
You get that, but
This is ridiculous.
Just don't die.
I'm just gonna become a
I'm
full-time
so
Minecraft.
threatening. One snowball at a time.
A bit of an experimental phase here, just seeing. I'm gonna count these in post.
Wait.
Aw, I was hoping it would hit a cat. It does not have a roof.
Are these the things that trigger it?
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Well, they are
That is a fair
merging Bedrock and Java, and in Bedrock they don't have the thing. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it.
Yeah?
It's
What are you doing over there?
no, absolutely
Hey,
not.
just-
I was about leaving on day 51, but then I found the reinforced deep slate, which was kind of cool. I've never seen this book before because it was obviously added to Minecraft in 1.19. Being the genius that I am, I thought it was some kind of portal, so I tried to light it. We'll let that one go. And now it was actually time to leave on day 52, where I got home by the night and had a very comfortable sleep. I got a couple more melons on day 53 and decided that I'm gonna get me an elytra. I want an elytra, so I'm gonna go get me an elytra. I got back to the stronghold on day 54 and oh yeah, I totally had this horse. I completely forgot about this guy. The journey of trying to find the end city took It's time. However, on day 61, a solid 7 days later, I found a giant end city. I still stand by the shulkers are the most annoying mob in Minecraft, and I tried to search desperately into the end city to find a ship. But despite the fact that this end city was about as big as I've ever seen, there was not a single end ship in this entire end city. It took me way too long to realize this as well. I was searching for a good 10 minutes here, but sadly, there was no end city. And so having to leave, I searched off into the world yet again. Day 69! Nice. I did it. There's an end city, and this one definitely has a ship. There was also quite a bit of good gear, some good diamond armor and diamond tools, and the elytra was tamed. I, of course, grabbed the dragon head and then stood at the top of the ship before flying away, and there was even one of those portals, like, literally right next to me. I was very, very lucky. 1 pearl later, I was back at the center island, and it was time for me to return home. I combined my gear to get some pretty OP stuff, I'd say. I'd say that this is about as strong as you could get. And then I had a thought. Minecraft's strongest mob is of course the warden now, but Havenhand's strongest team is not a warden, it's a pack. So if I take a giant pack and make them fight a warden, who would win? A question that we all want to know, so I headed into the world looking for a pack. Between days 71 to 73, I didn't find any wolves, however I was murdering a bunch of animals, mainly for their shmeat. Also a nice little awesome MLG here, I mean that was pretty cool. Day 74, I found myself some wolves. I tamed the few that I had and I began to breed the pack. Now I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, a lot of this from this point onward was just waiting around and breeding the pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and save you some time watching me just do that. Here we are on day 90, where I had used every single piece of shmeat and made a pack of wolves about 100 strong. Now to answer the question that even the great philosophers have questioned, who would win, a Havenhand pack or a Minecraft warden? I got back to the ancient city by day 91, and honestly at first I really struggled to get the warden to spawn. I also lost quite a couple of wolves, this creeper took quite a few hours. I don't want to talk about it, I promise I'm a good owner, and it finally spawned on day 92. I shot the warden once and let the pack have it. My rule was I'm not going to get involved, and the warden took so many of them out. It was one hit after one hit, but the warden was also taking hundreds of hits from the dogs themselves. I actually didn't think the wolves were going to win. I mean, you saw how many sword hit and bows hit it took me to kill the warden with power 4 and sharpness 4. But it was never in doubt, lads. It was never. It's a Havenhand pack. They are the best things in Minecraft. They're OP. They're too good. They're strong. It's a Minecraft Havenhand pack. Who was gonna win? A warden? You think a warden's gonna be a pack? My god, you guys obviously haven't watched my videos. I returned home on day 93 and I retired the dogs. I was happy to know that these were the kings that killed the warden. At least those that survived. And I thought, still have like 7 days left. What am I gonna do for 7 days? Why don't I make a melon house? And so I did. Okay, thanks for watching.